It's movie time. What are we watching today, Dan?
We're watching Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton.
Never seen this before. I had to go out and buy the damn thing to find it, and apparently I was lucky to find it. So let's give this a watch, guys. Cheers to you, fam. Enjoy.
We have an asylum here.
Where's Billy Bob Thornton?
Mercury is a real good car. That was a car I was driving that day. She was standing, this girl, on the side of the street where there was this chicken stand.
I think he ran somebody over.
She had a lot of hair on her arms. I like that. I like that a lot. It means a big bush. I like it. Pulls up a skirt, and there lay this thin, crooked, uncircumcised penis.
Oh, no.
No.
You can imagine how bad I want my $25 back, huh?
Well, the hairy arm should have been a giveaway.
Carl's real sensitive about having his picture made. He wouldn't even be on the bulletin board for the Easter collage.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe don't take his picture.
They want to ask you some questions about your release. Will you talk to them? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to step outside.
Why?
No pictures.
Yeah, you can't take the risk.
If he's going to kill anybody, better it's only one of you.
Oh, that's your reasoning. We don't want a double homicide here.
Well, I reckon what you just want to know is what I'm doing in here. I reckon the reason I'm in here is because I've killed somebody. I lived out in a little old shed that my daddy'd built for me. Had me a hole dug out to lay down in.
A hole?
My daddy worked down there at the sawmill for an old man named Dixon. Didn't pay my daddy too much of a wage. He made enough to where I could have mustard and biscuits 3 or 4 times a week.
That's it?
Must be the treat.
Jesse was really more cruel than his daddy was. Used to take advantage of little girls there in the neighborhood. I seen my mother laying on the floor there, need clothes on. I seen Jesse Dixon laying on top of her.
Jeez. You're hard thing for a kid to see.
I picked up a Kaiser blade. Some folks call it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade. Shaped kind of like a banana.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
And I hit Jesse Dixon upside the head with it. Just plumb near cut his head off.
Jeez.
Honestly, can't say I blame you.
My mother, she jumped up in there and started hollering, "What'd you kill Jesse for?"
She was having an affair.
Oh.
I reckon that made me madder than what Jesse'd made me. So I taken the Kaiser blade, and I hit my mother upside the head with it. Killed her.
Wow. Made a fool out of him.
Yeah.
I've learned to read some. Took me 4 years to read the Bible. I slept in a good bed for a great long while.
He doesn't sound like an evil person, though.
No. Didn't expect that kind of a lucid description. Like, I was captivated by every word. It was incredible, you know?
Yeah. I say he knows full well what he was doing.
Yeah. Honestly, he seems like an okay person. Former life notwithstanding. But
Right.
Still. Look at that book holder there. Like he's that's old school.
Yeah. Wonder how long he was in there.
Long time would be my guess, because it said when he was just a boy, right?
Yeah.
Probably a step up from living in a hole.
Say the town probably looks nothing like it did before.
Yeah, right? The shooting gallery presents Sling Blade. I love that already.
Can I help you, sir?
I just kind of want something other to eat. You got any biscuits for sale in there?
No, this here's a frosty cream. We don't serve biscuits.
What you got in there is good to eat.
The French fries are pretty good.
French fried potatoes?
Yep, French fries.
Yep.
They're 60 for the medium and 75 for large.
I reckon I'll have me some of the big ones.
I never heard an order quite like that before.
These darn things are heavy. Hard to carry, too.
What you got in there, Wash?
Yeah.
You know who that is, Dan?
The kid?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's Lucas Black.
Okay.
How far you going with them sacks full of Wash?
Half a mile.
I can help you tote it, but I don't give out first.
I don't give it out first.
My name's Frank Wheatley.
Carl's my name.
What are all them books?
One of them's the Bible, one of them's a book on Christmas, one of them's on how to be a carpenter.
Trade skills and hobbies, okay.
Why not?
Did live up there in the state hospital.
How'd you live there?
I killed some folks quite a while back. They said I wasn't right in the head, so they put me there in the nervous hospital.
At least he's honest about it.
Yeah. The dialogue is something else here.
It is.
Carl, what in the world are you doing here?
I want to come back and stay in here.
Can't do that. You're a free man.
I reckon I don't care nothing about being a free man.
He's gonna be lost out there.
Yeah.
You don't have anywhere you could stay tonight at all?
No, sir.
Well, you can't stay here. It's against the rules.
He brought him home.
I understand Jerry's going to take you someplace else tomorrow.
I don't reckon I know nobody named Jerry.
She's talking about me, Carla. You sleep with your mama tonight. I'm going to sleep with your brother so Carl can have your room.
Why?
Because he's company.
What's wrong with the couch, man?
I was gonna say. I mean, it's better than what he had.
Yeah.
You been sitting here like that all night?
Yes, sir.
Well, come on. We better hit the road.
So you could have just stayed on the couch.
Well, this is him. When I was telling you about on the phone, he did get into that trouble, but then he was young.
And his mama was one of them.
Yeah, and that old Dixon boy. Oh, hell, I always wanted to kill him myself.
This is Bill Cox. He runs the place, says that you can work here and stay out back.
It's good to know you, Carl.
Thank you.
We order up in the frosty cream at lunch usually. We can buy you lunch till you get on your feet a little.
I like them French fried potatoes.
He got simple taste, man. He like biscuits with mustard and French fried taters.
You like what you like.
Yeah.
Carl, you done a good day's work today. They was right about you. Now, there's one more thing. The way we lock these doors, you can't get out at night. We'll get you a key so you can get out at night if you need to.
That sounds like a fire hazard.
Just a little bit.
Imagine it'll be okay for a couple of days, but...
He's unlikely to start a fire, but...
Hey there. I thought I heard somebody on the porch.
I just come by to see you.
Well, I was going to see my mama over at Hoochie's dollar store.
Hoochies.
You want to go with me? You can meet my mama. I want to tell her about you being in the state hospital for killer.
That's probably a good idea, you not telling him that.
Right.
Hey, Mama. Hey, Dawn. Hey, sweetheart. What you up to?
I bet I know.
Is that
You
John
want a
Ritter?
bunch of candy and a pop, right?
I do believe so.
Hey, all right.
I just put potted meat on special, 4 cans for $1.
Daddy used to say they was made out of lips, peppers, and the tank. Carl, this is Mama. And Vaughn. Vaughn's the manager.
He looks out of place.
I don't believe this store used to be here.
It's been here 17 years. You live here before or something?
I was born and raised here up till I was 12-year-old.
What brings you back?
They turned me loose from state hospital.
I tell everybody.
Mama said you can stay over with us out in the garage.
Frank told me about your situation. Frank loves company.
What situation did you tell her?
Yeah, what did you tell her?
This is what I call my secret place. Because I come out here when I feel like being by myself.
Nice spot.
Yeah.
They still around, your folks?
My mother's dead. My daddy, he's supposed to be around still. But he don't want to have nothing to do with me.
How do you know?
Well, he never did want to. I figure he probably ain't changed his mind much.
That's a reasonable guess.
Yes. I'm trying not to laugh, man, I swear.
Mama has a boyfriend now. His name is Doyle Hargraves. He don't like me at all. Mama says it's 'cause he's jealous 'cause I belong to my daddy instead of him.
Sounds
like
about
an
right.
asshole.
Yeah.
Vaughn, he's real good to Mama. But he's not able to do anything to Doyle. He's funny, you know. Not funny, ha ha. Funny, queer. He shot himself with a shotgun on purpose. 'Cause he didn't have enough money to take care of us the way he wanted to. That's what the letter said.
That's too bad.
How you coming along with that garden tiller?
I fixed it. It's working pretty good now.
I'll be damned. Scooter told me it couldn't be fixed. Poor Scooter about as shiftless as one poor son of a bitch can be.
So you're getting your money's worth out of this guy.
There you are. You ought to give him a raise.
This kind of retard that drools, rubs shit in his hair and all that? Because I'm going to have a hard time eating around that kind of thing now. Just like I am about antique furniture and midgets. You know that. I can't so much drink a damn glass of water around a midget.
Jesus Christ.
What?
What was he in a nut house for?
He's just mentally retarded, I guess.
No. He had gone nuts and did something now. Come on, now. There a lot of retards running around locked up in a nut house.
Like you?
You might ought to want to find out. He might have hacked his family to pieces with a hatchet or something.
Well,
Close.
I think hatchet part's a little strong, but I mean...
Where's your girlfriend? I thought you said he's coming over here for something.
He'll be here in a little while. He's taking me to get an ice cream.
What am I going to do about supper, huh? While you're out running around with that...
You're a dickhead, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pickings must be real slim in this town. Jeesh.
So you're really going to stay here?
That boy, he wants me to.
Before you get very used to staying here, I think you and I need to talk about a few things. Can I take you to lunch?
I done it just a little bit ago.
I feel like Carl wants him to stay here because of this guy.
I mean, Frank wants him to stay?
I'm sorry, Frank, yeah.
I think you're right.
Hey, Vaughn, you know what I heard? I heard you've been putting it on while Albert Sellers works up at the funeral home. I heard Dick Rivers come in there and caught the two of you all bowed up and going at it right in the same room with poor old Miss Ogletree.
Wow, just say what you feel.
In front of the kid.
Just how retarded are you?
Stop it, Dole.
Frankie, you be quiet. The adults are talking.
Frankie's the adult in the room at the moment.
Frank's a weak little kid. His daddy taught him how to be a pussy.
Stop, Dole. Don't talk about my daddy.
Go on, get out of here. Go on out the garage. Leave me be.
Why don't you leave? It's not even your house.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to hang out in somebody else's house by yourself.
I'd like to kill that son of a bitch. I hate him.
You ought not talk that way. You just a boy. You ought not talk that way to you neither.
You be here with us for a long time.
I reckon you want me to.
Frank feels better already.
Yeah? Someone on his side.
Yeah.
I like the way you talk.
Well, I like the way you talk.
Smells kind of funny.
It's a little loud.
It's a little loud.
Linda and Frank are very important to me. They're like family. My own family are horrible people.
I don't think Carl cares about any of this.
No.
I'm just saying.
Like everybody in town has family trauma.
Yeah.
I'm gay. You know what gay is, don't you?
I don't reckon.
Homosexual. I like men.
Not funny, ha-ha, funny queer.
Doyle is a monster. Now, I've told Linda that one day that man is going to hurt her and that boy. Doyle is going to make your life hell.
I don't think he's going to pay any mind to it.
Nope.
Promise me you would never hurt either one of them under any circumstances, would you?
I wouldn't ever hurt them.
I don't think he would.
No, not at all.
Tell me something. What are you thinking right now?
I was thinking I might want to take me some of these potatoes home with me.
I'm gonna call up Morris and have him get the band together. We'll have a party.
Please, now, not tonight. I'm just not up for it.
You don't gotta do nothing, Linda. Just put some chips in a bowl and run ice out to us when we go low.
That's work.
I hate this guy.
Me too.
Doyle's invited his music playing buddies over to get liquored up and pick fights and make a bunch of racket out on the patio.
Well, it's on. We're gonna rock.
You mean you could have just come out and done this yourself? This is what we're staying up for? This is pretty bad.
It's not great.
Like, nobody looks like they give two shits about it.
What do the neighbors think?
I don't see any neighbors.
Can't hear myself think for that racket.
Hey!
I'm calling the police.
I told you 3 times already. The law's on my side. So kiss my ass, you old bastard.
That's the last thing you need is a
Well,
bad
if-
person with police who are friends.
Are you sure you can drive? You've really had a lot of alcohol.
When you've been drinking as long as me, Vaughn, you build up a tolerance.
Not that much of a tolerance.
And you got a guy with a freaking in a wheelchair in there?
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, Freddie, how about you? You ain't drunk driving, are you, Doyle? Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
You want to race?
Okay.
You know better than that, Doyle. We're on duty.
Oh my god. See, this guy can get away with a lot.
Mm-hmm. Too much.
Yeah.
See, I come up with the good tunes. Morris is the lyrics.
We don't ever play any songs that y'all wrote. I ain't heard one of them. I mean, we need to practice. We need to rehearse.
We don't got no goddamn band. We don't need to fucking practice, Randy.
He just broke her window.
Just get the fuck out of my house now.
Not your house, Doyle. It's Linda's.
I will fucking kill you if you talk to me again.
All of you guys gang up on this guy, please.
Right.
Come here, you little fucking prick. Get out.
Throw him to the door.
You're just showing your true Aries color now.
Stay out of my goddamn face, you fucking buzzard.
Y'all gonna leave him in that house with that woman and that kid like this?
This is not your house, Doyle. This is my house.
Don't make me knock the piss out of you. Don't you touch her.
Now, you get your ass straight or I'll lock your ass out of my life for good.
Just do it.
Do it.
If you even think about leaving me, Linda, I'm gonna kill you deader than a doornail.
All right, I'm a witness. I heard you threaten her.
Hey, you get the fuck out now.
Leave!
Don't tell me what to do, Linda.
Fuck off.
Don't do that, Linda. I'm calling the police.
Call the police.
Damn you.
Get him. Get him, Frankie. Damn. Get him.
Hey, goddamn you.
Get him, kid. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna leave now. Fuck me.
Wow.
Beat up by a kid.
I love you.
Well, I hate you.
I hate you, you little prick.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh my God, this guy.
Bipolar or something.
If you ever hit me again, you little bastard, I swear to God I'll make you sorry your daddy ever squirted your ass out.
You just got beat up by a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky he let you live.
You all hurt, Mama?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just try and forget about tonight.
Well, that was a fun night.
Did y'all even get to eat the rest of that ham?
Poor thing, he's probably never seen such a crazy mess. Probably wants to go back and live in Mr. Cox's shop.
I actually doubt. He probably moved on to the next thought.
Probably. It's like I could use some more of that potted meat.
Yeah.
Thor wouldn't really kill you, would he?
I promise we're gonna get away from him. I'd rather him get tired of me and leave me. Then he wouldn't want to hurt me. He wouldn't care then.
Yeah, he would.
You know, it sucks because you don't have the police on your side on this one.
Mm-hmm.
If that ain't some corrupt bullshit.
Reckon you can make me some biscuits.
It is nearly breakfast time anyway. You know, Frank really likes you a lot.
I like Frank. He's a good boy. Me and him made friends.
That's good.
Yeah.
It ain't right for me to keep from telling you how come me to be in a state hospital. I killed my mother and an old boy named Jesse Dixon. I thought they was doing wrong.
Is that you? I remember that.
Everybody remembers that.
I never would hurt you or that boy. I'd lay my hand on the Bible and say the same thing.
I know you wouldn't, hon.
Well, that's reassuring.
Yeah. I mean, anybody come out and admit that, you know they're an honest person. If he don't know how to tell a joke, he don't know how to lie.
You're right.
So, yeah.
Sure you're gonna be okay staying with that woman and her boy?
Yes, sir. That boy, he's my friend. He likes the way I talk, and I like the way he talks.
Okay.
Very much alike.
Carl, see if you can figure out what's wrong with this thing. It won't crank up and everything seems to be put together right.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, you should probably think about that first.
Melinda here was voted Employee of the Month.
When you like pricing items as much as I do, it's just bound to happen sooner or later, I guess.
Excellent.
Linda, please don't tell anyone at the store that Albert was here tonight.
Why?
There are certain parts of my life I have to keep private.
I think everybody at the store already knows. Maureen Ledbetter told the most awful story about why you ain't allowed at the First Baptist Church no more.
Jeez. The whole town knows about Vaughn.
You think you're hiding yourself here? Come on, man.
You walk fast, don't you?
I reckon.
How far did you say you wanted to go?
I don't reckon I thought about it too much.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess there's something there.
Yeah.
Somebody out here to see you. Some gal holding a nice bouquet.
Ooh.
I only work for money.
Hi, Carl. I'm on my lunch break. These are on sale because they're not fresh. $2.99 a bunch plus my 10% employee discount. I liked walking with you. I got a blister size of a quarter on one heel.
Oh,
No.
Flowers is pretty. I've always thought that.
Me too.
Well, that wasn't so bad, Carl. There you go.
Well, things are working out nicely for Carl.
I gotta say.
Do you have any brothers and sisters growing up to play with?
I had one there for a little bit. It didn't get old enough for me to play with it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
My mother and father, they made it come out too early some way or another. My daddy said, "Here, take this and throw it away," and he handed me a towel with something other in it.
Damn.
Jeez.
Damn.
It is a little old baby, not no bigger than a squirrel.
You threw it in the trash barrel?
Well, that didn't seem right to me. So I went in there in the shed and got a shoebox, buried him out there in the corner of the yard.
Alive?
That's what it sounds like.
It was still alive when you buried it?
I heard it crying a little through that box.
Oh.
Jeez.
That makes me feel real sad.
It makes me sad, too. I don't think nothing bad ought to happen to children. I think all the old bad things ought to be saved up for the folks that done growed up. That's the way I see it.
Fair enough.
Once you know better.
He's got a dark past.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Well, hell, there's the boy.
Oh my God. The hell are you doing here?
I was just telling Linda we were thinking that things would be a lot better if I spent a lot more time over here.
No.
Really what I come over here to do was apologize. Now, I admitted I was drunk. Carl, I don't believe I hit you, did I? So no apology necessary, I guess.
Jesus. Still made a scene in front of the guy.
I don't like homosexuals. I don't like little wimpy ass kids or mental retards, and she got one each living with her.
What kind of apology is this?
I don't know.
I mean, we all got to get along, I guess, no matter what our differences are. Well, the upshot is I'm going to be spending a lot more time here.
How's that an upshot?
Right.
At least he's trying, but
He's lying, Mama. He'll never do better.
I know, honey.
So kick him out.
Seems like Doyle's made his way in, and he's talking about staying in for good.
Oh, no.
Bill Cox is closing up shop early. I figured I'd play ball with you.
You will, for sure?
Yes, sir. Well, I figure if neither one of us is no count, it won't make no difference, will it?
It's a good way to put it.
Come on, man.
Well, you guys are plenty good together, man.
Yeah, teamwork.
We lot would win if we keep this up. With somebody like you, you sure can run fast.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
It don't matter to me about us losing. It was fun anyhow.
I'm proud of you.
But he ain't heard nobody tell him that in a while.
I say, he's like a father.
What on earth is going on here? Is this where you lived? I think
Might
it was, yeah. Oh, damn, this is worse than I imagined.
There's the hole, yep.
Yeah, jeez. It's got to be completely neglectful.
I'm your oldest boy, name of Carl.
I ain't got no boy.
They turned me loose from the nervous hospital. Said I was well.
Probably doing better than him.
Oh, yeah.
You ought not done that to you, boy. I studied on killing you. I studied about it quite a bit.
I imagine so.
But I don't reckon there's no need for it. If all you gonna do is sit there in that chair, you'll be dead soon enough, and the world will be shut of you.
He's got the right idea.
Yeah, he can't hurt nobody no more.
You ought not kill my little brother. You ought to had a chance to grow up. He would have had fun sometime.
Good for you, Carl. Way to go confront him. I don't think I expected that to happen.
No, I didn't either.
He must have been having thoughts about that. Sheesh.
I mean, you're sitting in a mental hospital, what are you going to do the rest of your life?
Yeah. Is that where you buried your little brother?
I guess so.
Damn. They really just kind of coming to terms with the life out there.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting movie here.
I said, Carl's no dummy.
No. Holy shit.
The heck?
What the goddamn hell you doing, Carl? What the fuck you doing up in the middle of the night?
I want to be baptized.
You walked in there with that fucking hammer? Ah!
Right.
Call Brother Epperson. We'll go see him tomorrow and get you baptized. It's Sunday.
What are you doing with that damn hammer?
That's what I want to know.
I don't rightly know. I just kindly woke up a holding it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, this is kind of creepy now.
I indeed baptize this my brother.
Always in them damn catfish waters they do this, man.
You know what I got a crave for? Some of that chicken champ. Why don't you run down there and get some?
Would y'all like that?
I could use me a chicken leg or two.
I just wanted to get your mom out of the house for a few minutes so we could talk. See, your mama and I don't have no problems except for you. And you stay the hell out of my way. You're a weird little shit, Frank, and I don't get you.
You're the weird one here.
See, we're gonna be a family, Frank. My family. But I ain't your daddy. You just act like I am.
Fuck you.
Your buddy Carl here is going.
Carl can stay if he wants to.
What I tell you about your mama?
Don't you never lay another hand on that boy. You understand me?
There you go.
Let go of my goddamn ham, you retard. Now get out there and get your shit and get out. You remember what I said about reality, Frank?
What an absolute piece of shit this guy is.
Carl ain't hurting you all for nothing.
I kept some cash under the mattress. That's old school.
Little stack there.
Well, you getting paid. He probably doesn't need any of it.
I'm sure he ain't paying rent.
No, ain't nothing to pay rent there.
Where are you going, Carl? Didn't you want some chicken and things?
No, ma'am. I'm going off Summers. That Frank, he went off Summers, too. You just go in there and eat your dinner with that Doyle. Don't worry yourself none.
What's on your mind, Carl?
You a good mama to that boy. You care for him. You light him up in his eyes. I've seen it. That boy wouldn't know what to do without you.
It's a hell of a thing to say, Carl. It's nice.
You've been real good to me, too. It ain't everybody that make biscuits in the middle of the night.
We sure like having you.
She knows something's wrong.
What you doing digging with that stuff?
Just digging.
Digging that son of a bitch's grave.
Right.
I don't reckon I'm gonna be out there in the garage no more.
You have to, Carl. You have to look out for me.
I knew that's why he had him staying there.
Mm-hmm.
Just 'cause I ain't gonna be around, it don't mean I don't care for you. I aim for you to have these books.
You giving this stuff away? Are you planning on dying?
I don't want you going over and staying with that door. He's got it out for you tonight. Your mama neither.
Oh.
He's planning something.
Is everything gonna be okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, everything's gonna be all right, boy.
Well, for you and your mom.
Not so much for Doyle. We're gonna take care of this problem tonight.
I love you, boy.
I love you too.
Oh, that's nice.
What a cute little friendship that is. Oh, wow.
He's just now putting two and two together?
Carl, what are you doing here? You want to come in?
I need to ask you for a favor. I want you to go get that Miss Wheatley and let her and that Frank stay over here with you tonight. I want you to give that to that Miss Wheatley.
He gave him the money.
You've been real square dealing with me. Bible says two men ought not lay together, but I'll bet you the good Lord wouldn't send nobody like you to Hades. That boy, he lives inside of his own heart. That's an awful big place to live in.
Oh my God.
You take care of that boy.
That was very well said.
He's getting very philosophical on us here.
Oh boy. He did get a sling blade. He looks like a damn slasher. Officials are dubbing him Sling Blade.
Oh God.
He ain't moved.
He's laying there passed out drunk.
Didn't I tell you to get moved out of here?
How does a fella go about getting hold of the police?
Use the fucking phone, I guess.
Which numbers do you put in?
You don't know that?
What the hell are you doing with that lawnmower blade?
I aim to kill you with it.
Just come out and say it.
Well, to call the police, you push 911. Just tell them to bring an ambulance. Or Hurst. You're gonna kill me.
Are you taking him seriously?
I don't think he's taking him seriously.
Or now.
Carl?
You just sat there and took that.
Oh. Well, that was the easiest fix to a problem.
It's actually kind of anticlimactic.
I need the police sent over here at the Wheatley house. I've killed Doyle Hargraves with a lawnmower blade. I hit him 2 good whacks with it. That second one just plumb near cut his head in 2.
Jesus.
Wow.
On the corner of Vine Street and some other street. Doyle says you might want to send an ambulance or a hearse.
Damn.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure you need both there.
This is a very dark moment.
Right.
I guess he was the right person to deal with it, though.
I guess in his case, they probably just put him back in the mental asylum.
Yeah.
And have his biscuits and mustard.
That's all he That's all he wants.
Yeah.
That or French fried taters. I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen nobody eat no biscuit like that.
I haven't either.
So you were out in the world, huh? Did you have fun? Did you make any acquaintances?
There was a boy. We made friends.
Yeah, I bet you did.
What the hell's that supposed to mean, dude? Come on.
What was it like out there in the world?
It was too big.
I can see that for you.
Who'd you kill?
Don't you say nothing about that boy. Back to business. Don't you say another word to me. I ain't listening to you no more.
Well, that's a change of character.
You learned how to deal with things, I guess, out there, huh?
A little bit.
He's dealt with some mean folks out there like Doyle, you know? Well, really just him.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Right back where we started.
You came full circle in this movie here.
Yep.
Not bad. Not a bad way to do that. I guess I didn't see that coming. That's an interesting one. I think we got some things to discuss.
Yes,
here.
much to discuss.
Yes. All right, I think the first place to cover here is just straight up start with Carl here. That Billy Bob, that freaking voice of yours, and that expression, I couldn't tell it was you at all in this movie.
Did a really good job of disguising himself, I gotta say.
Yeah, that was incredible. Very well done character.
Very memorable character.
Yes.
Like, I know, like, I haven't seen the movie, but I know when it came out, I heard lots of people, making references to the film, talking like the French fried potatoes and some of the other dialogue in the film. So he left a mark in cinema.
It did. He's got me saying it throughout the entire movie there.
Yeah.
The characters were very well written, I thought, in this movie here. I actually liked them all, and as much as Dwight Yoakam did a good job of making me hate his guts.
Yeah.
Really well there. I don't know what it is about people having folks like this in your life, but it's like, man, there are some people that do not belong in the family setting.
Yeah.
And that is certainly one of them. It's hard to describe Billy Bob's character as Carl in this case, because it's like, I know you're not, I'm just going to say the word retarded in the traditional sense. You're more like Forrest Gump was, I think, in terms of you're just slow. You're simple and you're slow and you've got trauma in your life.
Yeah, I think the combination there, I think it's a little bit of autism. That's a little bit of you just weren't raised properly. Like I said in the film, he's not a dumb man.
No.
Like, you sit there and you watch him recount everything that happened and how he got to the hospital. He's very clear about what happened. There's no misunderstanding whatsoever about what he did or what other people did. He fully understood the situation. And then when you see him out here living in the world, he doesn't quite understand romance, like we saw with Melinda there, who never shows up again. But he understands, there's an issue going on with his family. He understands that Doyle is a terrible person. He understands, trying to use joke to alleviate a sad situation. He understands what he's supposed to do. He just doesn't necessarily have that upbringing to express it properly.
That's kind of a side effect of you being in that mental hospital for as long as you've been in there, I think.
Yeah.
Because you didn't experience any romance. You've been in there all your life practically. You didn't really experience how to solve problems because everything was just kind of taken care of for you. You were just, all you had to do was take your pills, sit in that quiet room, read your Bible, whatever books you had, and that was it. So you were institutionalized. You didn't experience life like you normally should have. So I'm not surprised that he wouldn't fully know what to do in a situation, but yeah, he does know. It's like there are certain things that you're supposed to do.
And I think that little scene there at the end, where you see him back in the institution, perfectly kind of shows his growth as a person.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, he would just sat there listening to that guy talk all day long. It was getting kind of boring listening to him talk.
Yeah, probably.
But he didn't know any better, because that was his whole life experience, was sitting in this room talking with this guy. And then once he's actually got out into the world and experienced some different things and had different emotions, he realizes, well, I don't have to sit here and take this crap. Get away from me.
Exactly. And I think that's a really good way to put that, actually. It's one of those movies where it's like, it's really nice to see well-developed character arcs, I think, where it's like, and especially in the sense where it's like, I didn't expect him to have growth, I guess, but he did. Right there.
He did, yeah.
He knew how to, he handled his business there at the end.
You could tell how lost he was getting off that bus early on in the film. He doesn't understand how ordering food works. He doesn't understand, where he's going to stay for the night. You see him try to go back to the institution because that's the only thing he's ever known.
Sure.
And then, by the end of it, with the help of some other people, you see how he's become more and more a regular part of society.
And I keep drawing back to that little Frosty cream or whatever. Just the way he ordered that first meal was the most hilarious thing I'd ever heard.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't serve hot dogs and hamburgers in there.
Actually, they do. It just so he said, but it's just hilarious saying, "What you selling there? What you want for 'em?"
I have to imagine this guy has scurvy or something, right? All he eats is potatoes.
Maybe. I guess the thing that I didn't expect here was some of his backstory. Like hearing about his mom and that other guy, where that was. I didn't expect that to end up where it was going to go, because at first I thought it sounded like, what's his name, JD or whatever. I thought when I was hearing the story from Carl that he was
assaulting her. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then I guess he finds out after he kills him that, oh no, they were
consensual. Yeah. It's like, I didn't expect that at all. And then it's like, that was just too much for him. That's where he snapped.
Yeah.
That's where you snap, because it's like, nobody cares about me, you know?
Yeah. It's got to be a terrible thing as a child, because, like, what do you do in that situation? You think you're trying to save your mother, and then you realize you're not. You caught your mother doing a terrible thing. What's going to happen to the family at that point? Because you have to imagine the father's not going to be happy when he finds out.
Well, no, of course not, but at the same time, who cares what he thinks? He's a bad person. He had you sleeping in a shack.
Yeah.
In a hole in the ground in there. I mean, granted, he was probably going to end her life, and probably the other guys too, but you did it for him.
Yeah.
I don't know, was it going to be better if you did it or him? I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, it was... God, Lucas Black, too, he did a great job as well in this movie. Feel like this movie was made right around the same time as another one where he's about that age. It's called The War. It stars Kevin Costner in it. I don't know if you've seen that one or not. This was back in those early 90s. He was about the same age as his character in that, too. But he was a bully in that movie with his brothers. Elijah Wood was in the movie as well.
I don't think I've seen it.
We might watch it for you one of these days, fam. It's another one of those coming of age type of movies. There, it takes place back a little bit after the Vietnam War. So, but it's a pretty good movie. But this was made right around that same time because Lucas Black is still at it. It's like for the longest time, I'm sitting here like, are you ever gonna grow older, Lucas Black? Because it's like every time I see you, you're just a child. And then he got bigger in Tokyo Drift and some other movies he did. So yeah.
Eventually he did age like everybody else.
And of course, Friday Night Lights, where he once again starred alongside Billy Bob Thornton.
There you go.
So yeah, those two have worked together, man. It's like, look at that. Imagine that. You worked together in this movie as a child with him, and now you're like a little bit more grown. Probably about 21 when you played that quarterback.
You're still friends after all these years.
Incredible, isn't it? Still simple, folks. I mean, Mom and I moved out to West Texas, and wouldn't you know it, Carl became our football coach. Yeah. I played football with him in that one field, and
he gave up the carpentry book and took on coaching.
Incredible. I understood that more, I reckon. You understood the plays?
All right, it's 3rd and 10. We're going to do a play option.
We're going to do a sling.
A sling? He's got his own play called a sling. I really enjoyed the characters in this. Even some of the side characters, like the owner of the lawnmower shop there. Like, they all felt very believable. Especially someone, I'm from Oklahoma. So I've seen a lot of like people living in
definitely
small southern towns. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what they're like.
Yeah, they're just like, you don't have the big chains out in a town like that. You have whatever people own out there to service whatever they do in that town.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not surprised, but it turned out to be a really good fit for Carl because he was good with them little motors. So
yeah, it all worked out perfectly. I mean, he had a good gig there.
See how simple he is, though?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they paid him money, but once he had a toothbrush and, like, some deodorant, he didn't need anything. Right? Because the family is, like, they provided him a bed. He doesn't want anything else besides, they had his books, and they gave him some biscuits every now and then.
Yeah.
And the store owner was buying him French fries every day.
Buying him lunch, yeah.
So it's like, what else did he need?
He had it made. I mean, other than having his own place, he had it made.
They just cash whatever he had and hold on to it.
Yeah.
Man, we could all learn a lesson there. I say that, we'd get bored. I'd get bored. Hardcore.
I would too, but I mean, there's certainly something to be said for enjoying the simple things in life too. He went out and he played ball with Frankie.
Yeah.
He got what he wanted out of life.
It was interesting hearing him talk about how he read the Bible. He didn't understand all of it, but he understood some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually, I could tell he built his life around he built the way he thought around some of what he got out of that book there, especially about the way he dealt with people. But then you go to Doyle, who said, I don't understand a damn thing in there.
And I believe that.
Yeah. But I mean, aside from the joke of it, wow, it's like you can see there's good in Carl, and there's pure evil in him.
Yeah.
It's like it makes sense because Doyle didn't understand any of that Bible there. So there is a story about good and evil there, I think. It's also about how when he's talking there at the end with John Ritter's character, he's talking about how the Bible says this, but I can't see him sending somebody like you out there because you're a good person.
Because you're a good person.
Yes. And the way he described Frank there, how he like lives in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and he's a good person too, and y'all need to look out for one another kind of thing. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, except for Doyle, they had a perfect little family there. You had a loving father, you had a loving mother who they both work, they both provide.
The boss and the best friend was your boss.
Yeah.
Even better because he lets you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So that you can go live your life with your son. unfortunately, you let Doyle in your life, and that I wish they wouldn't do that. You know, it's like this guy's trouble. It's like you don't need him. Just for what? A better life? What is a better life gonna mean?
But what better life? I mean, it sounded like he wasn't even contributing to the bills except towards the end there.
And it sounded like that was going to be a burden on him. So if it's such a burden, then fuck off, you know?
You have other girlfriends, go find somebody else. You don't need to mess with this woman and her kid. Let them live their life. I mean, heck, I'm sure Carl would be happy to donate to bills.
But that's just the sociopathic thing about it, where it's like, man, you probably feel like this is what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You have no obligation here. In fact, neither one of them wants you here.
Yeah.
So go.
And that's kind of the one downside of living in a small town like that is, you're expected to conform to the society there. People expect you to go out and date and have a wife, have kids, all that other stuff. So I imagine there's a certain amount of pressure there for the two of them to get together. Kind of like what we saw with Carl and Melinda there. We saw them trying to push the two of them together, even though Carl had never expressed any interest in romance.
Certainly. Maybe he figured it out enough for what he was going to get out of that, I guess.
Maybe.
Never saw him again, but...
something that was a little more subtle that I noticed, too, was the music. You notice how at the beginning it was, really calm, and then as he starts telling his story, you kind of hear a bit of a beat pick up to it.
And then when he goes into do Doyle, it's like the tension is rising.
Yeah. It follows his attitude, perfectly.
Yes. And then once Doyle's out of the picture, world goes calm again.
Yep.
Interesting. Well put. Yeah. I don't think I made that connection, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice little detail there.
Well, yeah, good job all around.
Yeah, that's Billy Bob's directing. Well done. Yeah. Well, folks, if you want to find this movie, you're going to have to buy it, okay? It's difficult. I've been looking for months to find it, hoping it's going to land on a streaming service, and it never does. There's something going on there. I don't know what it is. If you do, by all means, let us know. I was lucky to find the DVD. Now I just have the DVD of Sling Blade here.
A good purchase.
I think so. It's a rare one to find. That's what they said. But folks, we're going to end it there. As always, if you're brand new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Help us grow. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit the bells to receive notifications every time we drop a new one. But as always, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Later, guys.